Hi, this is Travis Prusky. I was paralyzed in an automobile accident in 2001. Left me in a wheelchair. I'm a T9 paraplegic. I wasn't sure what I was going to do when I first got paralyzed, and I got into volunteering at a school one day, and I loved it and thought this is going to be perfect for me. I didn't want to accept help from anybody, so I started my journey into a community college called Delta. I went through there, got my associate's degree, and knew I had to keep going in order to become a teacher. So I got my bachelor's at Saginaw St. Mary's, or Saginaw Valley, Saginaw Valley. And then once I got my degree from there for my bachelor's, it was a bachelor's in arts. So that was allowed me to teach. My supervisor at the time told me to go back into get a master's degree, and I got that from Mary Grove. And I continued to try to pay for the college on my own without any kind of grants or anything else like that. Just try to make it through on my own, balancing teaching, working, and everything else. And now I'm here trying to, advance my career. I guess the first question was on there is explain living with a disability affecting my life. It's definitely made things a little bit more challenging just because I do everything on my own. I live completely alone. I cut my own grass, I weed whack, do all the odds and ends of plumbing going on or anything else that might happen around the house. It just takes me a lot longer to do things. But it doesn't stop me from living and everything else like that. My future goals are to keep competing because I do a lot of competitions right now. I want to continue doing that, and I hope to better myself as far as that goes. The second question was, why are you going into my education? I always feel I hold myself to a very high standard. I love teaching. There's nothing I don't enjoy about it, but I wanted to see, what an administration would be like. So I felt like I could impact more students and impact teachers as an administrator. So I decided, well, let's give this a shot and see what I can do with it. And I really feel I'd be exceptional. I've talked to my peers and my other administrators, and they all feel like I would be perfect for putting myself into there. Once I do graduate, my goal is to find an administration position somewhere in the school and see what I can do with it. The third question was, what am I most proud of? Just never giving up, and no matter how frustrating or how tough things are. I've done 5 Ironman competitions. I've done a whole bunch of other races and been to Alaska quite a few times for races. And no matter how hard or how difficult life seems to be, I just keep going. I like that I don't give up. So that's the thing I guess I'm most proud of. The fourth question was describing the restoring hope and freedom. When I come into my classroom, I can just tell the kids, they're middle school kids is what I currently teach, and they're trying to figure themselves out. And it's kind of nice because I don't see it in the classroom, but when it comes back into graduation day and stuff like that, and it's a whole bunch of years later, 6 years later, they come back and tell them how they just, had hope. That gave them hope, because even though I had disability, that I came in the classroom and really made a huge impact and showed them how basically how I live my life and all the racing and all the little different apparatuses I use, like my racing wheelchair and my bike and anything else that I might do for swimming. And they kind of see how that helps out. So they have the freedom to kind of choose their own paths, and they have hope of becoming something truly amazing. So I feel that that's pretty amazing. The fifth question is, why is it important to stay so active? Because it keeps me healthy. And also I feel every time I'm going out hiking or biking, I run across so many people that are just, that are waving at me and being so genuinely nice. And I feel that helps the community in general, because they see that nothing stops me and helps them if they were struggling, having a rough day. It seems like when they see me out and being active, it kind of helps them stay active as well. So, and I've heard that from numerous people that in the races I've done, and especially the Ironman competitions and stuff. Some of the activities I'm involved with is, the fifth, third, and there's a few other races and everything else that I get involved with our community. There's a local race called the Crim. I like being involved in, like, again, doing those activities because, again, being out really shows them all the perseverance that you can kind of make it through just about anything if you just set your mind to it. The sixth question was, why should I be awarded the Mary Freebred Guild's Ability Scholarship? I feel like I really strive for excellence. I never give up. And if I see something wrong, I fix it instantly. Given an opportunity like this, I don't take it for granted. I don't take anything for granted, especially life in general. I feel like some people, when they're awarded something, just don't really do anything with the award. They just kind of sit there with it and just maybe don't make the best of it. I really feel like given this award, I'll graduate from whatever college I go into and be successful, and I will work tirelessly in every single day to just try to make myself the best administrator I can be. And I'll never give up on it. And I'd like to, again, it's so amazing to kind of show that to the community and everything else of all the things that I could do. I feel like all that stuff is really beneficial for everyone, not only students, but staff members and everybody else. Closing remarks, I guess, I've always tried to be the best person I can. I try to be genuine and kind to every single person. It's not easy being alone. It's not easy, always, failing, but again, I try to teach my students and anybody else, you learn from your failures and to never give up. And I think that's the biggest lesson I always try to leave anybody with, is just never giving up. And if I'm awarded the scholarship, I know I'll make the best of it. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a great day.